The day after Peter and Qui Chadwick mysteriously vanish from their multi-million-dollar home on the California coast, there's a surprising break in the case.
She's dead. They killed her yesterday.
A bizarre 911 call to police 100 miles away in San Diego saying Qui has been murdered.
They took her. They took her.
Who took her?
Juan.
But look who's making the call.
What's your name?
Peter Chadwick.
And Chadwick blames his wife's murder on a house painter named Juan.
Juan, how do you know Juan?
I picked him up to look at some painting work at the house. I brought him to the house.
Chadwick says Juan had later returned, broken in, and killed Qui while he had briefly left his wife alone in the Newport Beach home.
How do you know she's dead?
She drowned.
What?
Her body was stiff even.
He tells the 911 operator Juan then forced him at knife point to help put Qui's body in the back of the family SUV and drive him and the body to San Diego.
Yeah, we've been driving.
Are you in a car?
I have my car right here.
Chadwick says he's calling from a gas station payphone after another man named Chi met up with them in San Diego, moved Qui's body to a pickup truck, and drove off.
They have her body. They said they're going to cut her up.
Who has her body?
Juan and Chi. I think they're going, they might be going to Mexico or somewhere.
Even the 911 operator seems dubious.
Hold on. Let me get my supervisor on the phone.
Then police arrive on the scene while Chadwick is still on the phone with the 911 operator.
They're here.
Okay, go talk to him.
Cops take him in for questioning with detectives who have traveled down from Newport Beach.
Nothing added up to make any sense. The only thing that makes sense is that he killed his wife.
The big question was why?
While police set out to find the answer to that question, the motive, they hold Chadwick on suspicion of murder. And their investigation uncovers a whole other story of the Chadwicks' life together. It was the picture of domestic bliss, respected couple, 3 young, wonderful sons, a beautiful home, the backdrop, the pristine waters of Newport Beach, California. But all that beauty was really just a mask. There was trouble in paradise. Qui Chadwick was not a happy woman.
We just knew and understood the fact that they did not have the money people believed that they had. And she blamed a lot of their financial issues on Peter.
Investigators say the Chadwicks were having frequent arguments and that Qui was even thinking about ending the marriage.
We found out she did talk about divorce a few times, but nothing was finalized and she didn't submit any paperwork to the courts or anything.
And friend Karen Thorpe noticed Qui was increasingly distancing herself from her husband.
The last year or two, Qui was very much more independent than she had been. She lost some weight, she was learning to do her makeup, she was spending more money on herself, on clothing, and she would go on trips with her girlfriends at times, and I don't know if Peter liked that very well.
Police believe Qui may have also suspected Peter was cheating on her. And Orange County DA Tony Rakakis says her suspicions were confirmed in the most shocking way just days before she was murdered.
Peter brought home some sexually transmitted diseases, and so that was creating a tremendous hardship with her.
But police still don't have enough evidence to prove Chadwick killed his wife until Qui's body is found in a dumpster in suburban San Diego. And the coroner determines she had been strangled.
The evidence is really pretty clear.
It includes pictures of Chadwick with scratches on his neck, blood spatter in the couple's bathroom, evidence of a fight there, and that surveillance video of the family SUV leaving their home with no sign of Juan in the car. Now, police formally charged Peter Chadwick with the first-degree murder of his wife.
He strangled her, he took her to San Diego, close to the border, dumped her body in a dumpster, called the police, told a crazy story, one that was not very believable, about having been kidnapped by somebody named Juan.
But believe it or not, DA Rakakis can't bring Chadwick to trial because after being freed on $1 million bail, Chadwick disappeared nearly a year ago, never to be seen or heard from since.
You know, you never want to have that happen.
Not only was he not a flight risk, but we also took his passports. He was deeply in love with his kids, and we did not think he was going to leave and abandon them as well.
DA Rackauckus' Chief of Staff Susan Kang Schroeder says Chadwick is a cunning fugitive who planned his escape meticulously.
He was able to test the boundaries and resources of law enforcement, for example, buying a ticket and going to an airport and sitting there to see if law enforcement would come up to him and approach him before he could get on a flight.
Now the DA's office can only try to be patient and hope authorities track him down.
We need to bring him to justice, and not just for the victim, but her sons as well.
Sons who have now lost their father as well as their mother.
Now, Newport Beach police tell Crime Watch Daily they are absolutely dedicated to finding Peter Chadwick for the sake of the 3 boys who, of course, need some closure. Right now, they are in the care of relatives. However, police, for their safety, are not disclosing where or who they are with. A multi-agency effort is now underway to track Chadwick down. Police also tell us that they believe he may be getting some help from family members. So anyone with info should call Newport Beach Police Department. That number is 1800 550 NBPD. We also put that number and also some information about this case on our website, crimewatchdaily.com.